it, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the power band, this is the Blah 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 Spooky Halloween episode.
Spooky.
I'm your host, Kevin, along with my pals, Ben and Chad, also known as Head in a Yar, Higo, and C-Lab.
Jabba dibba dibba dee.
I like how it's turning into a Fred Flintstone thing.
Totally. Welcome to the show, folks.
It kind of had a yabba dabba do thing, and I love it. I'm not talking shit.
This week we're talking about Halloween, baby. That's right. This is the Halloween episode, so we decided to do a spooky movie. Ooh. And we chose Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage. So that would be the third Nic Cage movie in like 4 months.
He deserves it.
He does deserve it. Let's start the show. Unless you guys want me to dip off so you can make fun of me for a minute.
Oh, still salty. Still Salt Bay.
No, it's not Salt, dude. It's real.
R.I.P. Salt Bay.
Wait,
Benny,
Salt Bay
you
died?
recommended we watch this one. What's your story with this movie?
Wait, hold on. Did Salt Bay die?
No. It's the second time I've got you with that.
Je sais ta concombre bon.
Oh, is that what you've been doing? I love it.
I love it, baby.
Is this a particular favorite of yours, Benny, or it just fit the bill?
Well, as I recall it, we kind of agreed on watching this.
Yeah,
you,
but I
Ben.
think you brought it to the table, that's all.
All he did was
Yeah.
suggest it, dude. You're trying to make like a big thing.
No, I'm
out of it.
not. I'm
not
trying
gonna
to make a
fight
show.
you,
I'm just
Chad.
asking what he thinks about the fucking movie.
Right. Making this big deal about it like it's like my favorite fucking movie or something.
I know,
Will you stop
dude.
it?
Jesus.
Bro, how many times have you seen this movie, man? Tell us your story.
Tell us everything.
Jesus.
Legend has it you have a Mandy tattoo. Talk about it.
Oh my god, dude.
Yes. On the tip of my penis.
Whoa.
Oh wow, that was weird.
Yeah.
Was it, though? I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Was it though?
It's just Nic Cage's face.
Oh, good lord.
He'd appreciate it.
Oh, Jesus.
Just gonna let that sit there for a minute.
Just gonna let that sit there.
Yeah.
No, it's actually of Linus Roach.
Yeah, fair enough.
There you go. Nice. The purifier.
A Furian handprint on your dong.
That's it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, we crossed the
whoa,
line.
Whoa.
whoa.
Yeah, we crossed the line a long time ago. Okay, so now that we've established that this is not Ben's favorite movie.
That nobody. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut for a change.
Oh,
It's a good movie. I don't know. You've seen it, right? Previous to this watching?
Me,
Chad?
yeah, I have. I've seen it one other time. I saw it when it came out.
I've never seen this.
Have you ever seen,
The other one?
what is it?
Pyramid
Under the
thing?
Black Rainbow?
No, I never heard
Yeah.
of that. I'd like to check that out.
What's that called?
Beyond the Black Rainbow, sorry.
Is that like a sequel or something? Or
It was his
No.
movie before this.
It's just another kooky, psychedelic horror movie that he did in 2010, which is
Meaning-
also great.
wait, hold on. That Nic Cage did or this director did?
This director did.
Director.
Ooh, okay.
And had you seen that other movie before Mandy, or vice versa?
Yes, I saw that, and then I didn't realize it was the same director, but I was like, God, this reminds me of that movie. And then I was like, oh, of course it does.
That's why. Yeah, right on.
It's why.
No, I'd never heard of the other one.
Yeah, I think, other than it being a Nic Cage movie and being amazing, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my history with it.
Yeah, nice. And this is the second or third watching or something for you? Or?
Yeah, third or fourth, something
Yeah,
like that.
Word. Yeah, same.
All
My
right,
second.
Chad.
I First one was forced upon me at Sam King's place in Boston. He was like, "Welcome to America. I hope you enjoy your jet lag. Put your child to sleep. We're watching this movie right now." It's like, oh, okay. Let me go get a beer. And it was good.
Wow.
I dug it.
When was that, dude?
That was in 2018. It was last time I saw you, I think.
Wow.
Maybe I didn't see you then, but whatever. It was the last time I was in the States, so pre-COVID.
Saw me, though.
Yeah, I did, dude. So I think it was like my headspace for it was like, yeah, that was pretty good. Cool. And then so many years had passed that I had forgotten just how much of kind of like a slow burn it is for the first half, and watching it again was enjoyable. I definitely feel like the first half is stronger than the second half, but like I totally get that it's intentional to be a bit weird and horror-esque and tropey and stuff, and so like they definitely hit it out of the park when it comes to the horse-de-overs that he was kind of connecting with in the genres. It's a lot of fun and kooky and weird and funny and disturbing, and Nic Cage is the perfect person for it. And that's about where I ended up, I think.
Okay, that's great. Sorry, I meant to say frickin'. I had never seen this movie before.
Frickin'.
Come on, we're not at church.
It was awesome. Frickin' Nic Cage. Frickin'.
No, it's not frickin'.
Okay, so I'd never seen this movie. I think I might have heard of it once. I don't remember. That name sort of sounded familiar when you brought it up last week. This movie just freaking blew my mind. I loved it. It's just dripping with style.
Kind of
and
literally.
Substance, yes, quite literally. And it is, it's like an 80s movie. It's like a horse over to the 80s. It's like better than an 80s movie made in the 80s. Soundtrack kicks fucking ass.
The soundtrack's amazing.
Oh my God, dude. Linus Roach, dude that played Joe Chill from Batman, who I have referenced too many times. Nic Cage, like other randoms, like, oh, Bill Duke, man. Come on. The return of Bill Duke. Where has this guy been since Action Jackson, Predator? I mean, come on, dude. What else was he in? Something else we did. Predator 2, maybe? No.
Commando.
Yes, Commando. Thank you. So,
Yes.
I
ate green berets for breakfast.
Yeah. Right now, I'm very hungry. It's just so great. It's so stupid. So anyway, I just
Dude, if
Destroy that fucking hotel room or whatever it was.
oh my God, that was
dude,
the
if
best.
Schwarzenegger had a cereal, he would have to have Green Beret marshmallows in the cereal.
Oh yes, and then the Marbits would be shaped like little green berets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Great idea, Kev.
They've got green beret marbits.
I was just about to do something like that. But you have oats as a base, but then you've got the green beret marbits, and then the round and the shape like a beret, but there's a little cup in there, and you can put a little bit of milk in there, and then you drink. And then the milk turns green.
Love it.
Sorry, it has to be turns green.
Turns green.
Turns
And then you put it
green.
in the microwave and it's nuke food.
It is.
That's like the special recipe on the back. Nuke food. Pour cereal as normal. Put in microwave.
Oh boy, that's funny, dude. Anyway, really enjoyed this offering. This was an excellent choice for Halloween. This is such a great cult movie, probably the best one I've ever seen. And quite honestly, like the beginning was very weird, and I was kind of like, it's like a slow burn of acid-fueled psychosis, you know, and man, it's I don't know, but the whole thing is just great. Anyway, I'll leave it alone. Let's dive in, man. Where do we go?
I think the acid-fueled psychosis, maybe some of the stylistic stuff, because I feel like if you'd like didn't know about this movie and you're like 22 or something, and you're like, I want to watch something, and you take a hit off of your fucking apple bowl or some shit, or your Budweiser can bowl in the corner, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a movie. And you
Thank you, Ben.
give yourself a blowjob or whatever Ben was just doing, and then you want to watch a movie, it would like melt your brain.
I agree.
It would totally melt your brain. I know you're doing the wrong hit. I'm just fucking around.
Fuck you.
I feel like it is one of the more accurate representations of kind of like a trip experience. And
yes,
if you were slightly stoned when you watch this, or a little bit maybe buzzed with beer or something, you'd be like, is there something in this beer? Because it kind of just it does such a good job that you kind of feel some of the side effects with just through proxy.
Agree. Sorry. Freaking.
This movie feels just like being stung by a tarantula hawk.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like formulate my thoughts to respond to what you just said or add on to what you just said. It's like I agree with you. It is a good representation of what being on LSD is like. I really liked the inclusion of LSD in the way that they used it. Like, on the one hand, it's sort of very tropey 60s, you know, like 60s cult, like.
Yeah, Manson,
yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? But I don't know, because it like takes place in the 80s. It's just, I don't know. There's something different about it. And the way he utilized it in the story was really good.
It justifies the style.
It does, and he utilizes it without making it stupid. Like that's the one thing that I really liked about the movie, was that no matter what's going on in the movie, like everybody is playing it straight all the way through to the end. And that's what makes this movie excellent, I think. Because it's like snorting blow off broken glass, you know, digging his finger into the acid paste or whatever that stuff was. Like, he's still like moving forward, and it just doesn't turn into like a goofy, dumb idiot fest. You know what I mean? I think that's like its killer combo.
Not even in the midst of a chainsaw fight.
No. Which was just awesome, man. I mean, my God, dude.
Yeah.
So damn good.
Yeah, jumping back to the acid, I think it adds a sort of like, I don't know, like ethereal, you know, magical sort of whimsical element to the film. You know, and a terrific excuse to just create amazing color palettes. I mean, it's just, it's beautiful. Like, the movie is beautifully shot.
It's gorgeous.
Like, it's gorgeous. Fucking incredible. I've never seen anything quite like it.
It's like, it's gorgeous in red, because that's like the primary sort of
really
and
leans
purple
into that
hue, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for instance, during the you know, when they're trying to pull Mandy into the cult or whatever, and he gives her the acid, they give her the acid and primer and whatnot. It's all like red and purple.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, take all that stuff away, and you have a basic, like, you know, 80s slasher, you know, meets revenge movie kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But add it, and it turns it into like something like mythical, you know?
Totally.
No, it really did. It gave it like a mystical quality, man, you know, and the whole, like, you know, adding like weird sort of occult items like the horn of Abraxas and like all that stuff just accentuated that even more. And I liked how they didn't shy away from that stuff. They leaned into it hard. You know, it was like you know, like when people talk about, there's a lot of people that talk about this, like Rogan talks about this, like, and Graham Hancock talks about it too, like how, you know, psychedelics are, and this is not a new concept, like how those are, you know, ways to expand the mind and open the mind up and open doors, you know what I mean, and to other realms, literally, you know what I mean? So I liked how they leaned into that.
Yeah.
In connecting the sort of cult realm, you know, sort of opening that up. I thought that really, really, really worked well in a really cool way.
It seems really obvious in hindsight, but I hadn't considered it before, where as a viewer, the movie is a trip, where it starts off kind of as like a good trip and then it turns into a bad trip, you know? Like the first bit before the cult stuff is quite trippy. It's not like super heavy-handed with the acid stuff, but it is, the mystical stuff is quite, I don't know. It's kind of trippy. I think it's kind of an insult to the movie to just say it's a giant acid trip, but like I feel like you know what I'm kind of driving at.
Yeah, yeah, it is, but it's so much more than that, man.
Yeah,
it's not a, it's unfair to the film to say that,
It is, but I feel like the love between the two characters, Red and Mandy, is like felt in a way that's deeper than just your normal like here's the protagonists, and I feel like it kind of connected with that spiritual-ish kind of mystical-ish love, like it just did a really good job of it,
Yeah.
I mean, she as the artist, I think, is kind of bringing a lot of that vibe to the table for the first half, I found.
Yeah, well, we'll say the first act like really sets up this sort of like, really quiet life that Red and Mandy have made for themselves, and like how much they love each other, and their kooky little cabin with all the crazy windows, and sort of quiet conversations, and just like laying in bed together. It just sets all that up, I think.
Yeah,
agree.
And it's super. It looks like
it's
a
necessary.
Great spot. You're like, I want to do that,
but it's it's necessary, but it's well done.
Yeah,
it's not boring.
It was,
though it's kind of like the wind up, and it's slow at that point.
Yeah, but one of the things I really dug about the beginning was how there's like virtually no dialogue in like the first 20 minutes. It's just them kind of like watching TV and like you said, like enjoying their life and like doing what they do. You know what I mean?
But there's that tension too.
Okay.
Like it starts off quiet and just like you said, and then it just like it slowly seems to just kind of like dial up the volume knob on the tension. Like she's hears a noise and goes out and finds that baby deer that was dead, and then she tells the story about the starlings and stuff. Like it's just like building and building and building.
The starling story was really,
really well acted. Like it was super heavy.
I think my favorite planet is Saturn.
Wow, that was pretty good, dude. That was really good.
Well, I changed my mind. It's Galactus.
That was great.
I want to believe, and I'm reasonably sure that was ad-libbed by fucking comic nerd Nic Cage.
I'm sure it was, man. Total
fucking
comic
nerd. I love him.
Sorry. Frickin'.
I'm gonna hammer this one.
Wow.
Soundtrack, bro. It's fucking holy soundtrack.
What's up with the diet swear?
Right?
Diet. Diet swear. I don't know. I like frickin' better. I try. You know how I am about swearing. I try to keep it down to keep the noise down on it.
You know how I am about swearing.
Yeah, you do it every 3 seconds.
Yeah. My kid's like, dude, you can't say those words. So I'm like, sorry, bud.
Yeah, exactly. So you do it enough for 5 people.
For all of us.
There's only 3 people on the show, so there you go.
Dude, that soundtrack, fuck me, it's good.
Soundtrack, excellent, man.
That opening track was just
Do we want to
perfect.
jump to the soundtrack?
Sure,
Are we ready
why
for that?
Grasping at straws already we are.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's good. It's up there with like one of the better elements of the film.
Yes, I agree that it is. I think that it's like trippy in a 60s way. There was little elements of that. It was synths. It was
Great synths.
Metal guitars. And just the absolute best blending of all of those things.
Yeah.
It was just great, man. You just had that kind of eerie, synthy kind of, just background tones, that just kind of kept you afloat there, kept the tension taut in some of those scenes, and then it's like he goes towards the pyramid church thing at the end, and it's just like, it's freaking metal, bro. Metal!
Pretty metal.
So
I remember nothing about it.
Really?
Which is a good thing. It means it fell right into the movie for me.
It really did.
Like I can't pick. I have a general recollection, but I can't pick out one spot in the movie where I was like, oh yeah, that part.
yeah, totally.
For whatever reason, I can't.
Hmm.
I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, yep, it was there. I know it was there.
That's weird.
Anyways.
I feel like it's a good listen on the side one, like putting the headphones.
I would have thought you would have really latched onto that, Benny. I'm surprised.
If it blends well, then it blends well. Does it blend?
No. Does it blend? I think, no, the reason I'm saying that is because I know you're super into synths and syntherton music, so that's all.
Yeah, this is all true. This is all true. But I think I tend to not pay as much attention to that in movies, although it depends. Sometimes something really sticks out at me.
Sure.
Whereas this stuff seemed more atmospheric, I would imagine.
Okay, yes.
Which is fine.
Yeah, definitely atmospheric, but sometimes you just like you'll watch something like this and you're like, I was very like into this movie. Like it totally sucked me in, especially once we got to like Mandy's death. And then, it's kind of like you're going and everything's blending together perfectly in an absolutely wonderful cinematographic
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Toast Crunch paella, right? And then all of a sudden you just kind of like, for me anyway, I would like just notice the music every now and again and just be like, damn it, this is so freaking sick.
Well, usually it's like you're really into the movie and they're doing something, Nic Cage has just like forged a weapon and then it just like, some metal riff comes in. Like, fuck yeah, dude.
Definitely. No. It was good like
cool.
that.
Profound.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how they wove the failed musician of Jeremiah stuff in, like he's fucking like, I make music, and she just like laughs at him. Fucking so great, dude. I love how he's just so up himself and fucking gets completely taken down a peg.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking record he carries around with him everywhere. It's great.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I didn't realize how connected that was to Manson, where he was the same. He was a failed musician who was all salty about people being shitty about his music or something, which I think is funny.
I think it's great because his music sucked.
Never heard it. I believe you.
Right? Yeah, I've sat around for hours listening to Manson's music.
As you do.
As you were, sir. I mean, frickin' what'd you call it? A Diet Coke swear?
A diet swear.
Diet swear.
Diet swears. Cheese and crackers.
Oh, fudge.
Oh, what else?
It's like
Jiminy Crickets?
fat-free sour cream swears.
Dude, fat-free sour cream can go fuck itself.
It really can.
Okay.
It really can.
Guess.
Why would you? What?
Yeah.
Like what? What?
What?
Why would you bother?
Why?
You mean with fat-free sour cream?
Buy some fucking yogurt at that stage, you dickhead.
That's right.
Guess.
Fucking asshole.
Kev's got a tub of fat-free sour cream right now, and he's just like feeling super guilty about it.
It's like, Chad, are you like, you want to fight me or something?
He's
Yeah,
eating
about
like
fat-free sour cream, yes.
eating a baked potato that's just like piled high with fat-free sour cream.
Delicious.
Oh, last nice cookies.
Sprinkling some chives on top of your fat-free sour cream, you fucking jerk.
Wow.
Nice. He's sprinkling bacon.
No, he's sprinkling fucking bacon bits or bacon bits or whatever the fuck they were.
Good Lord, man.
Oh, you don't like the irony of putting full fat bacon on top of fat-free sour cream?
Oh my God. That's right, folks. It's week 3 this week on the show of the Kev Hate Fest.
Beating the shit out of Kev and making up stories about him.
Beating up Kev.
Love
Holy
it.
shit, man. Maybe should I go do another show where people like me?
Maybe that's what you do, actually. When you inject, you actually, like, you're on another podcast, you record both at the same time. You're just like, I gotta record my other bit.
Like those people that like have 2 families, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Dexter, you know, with Lithgow or whatever.
Yeah, your other podcast is a polyamory podcast with your other family in
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
There we go. Wow. That was great. Really, really great. Really, really great. I mean, frickin'. What about the? Let's talk about the cast.
What about the gun? Did you clean the gun?
Did you clean the gun?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Let's take a second and talk about the best part of this movie.
Okay.
Is that it was on Tubby for free?
No, was it?
It was on Chad.
I showed it. I just like painted my belly white and they projected it onto my tubby ass stomach.
Not even, dude. You just have to lift up your shirt and like whatever you think starts playing.
And there
like,
it
that's
is.
your superpower. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That'd be pretty sick.
You're kind of like that Asian kid in X-Force or X Factor or whatever who could like, you know, manipulate junk into like robots.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow. Nope.
I barely have any idea what I'm talking about.
Manipulate junk into robots.
The kid
Yeah,
could, like,
that sounds exactly like a guy with a
his
projector.
power was
on
like
his
manipulating
fat ass
technology. That's what it
stomach.
was. So it's like similar to that, except yours is that you
Whatever Chad thinks of is projected on his tummy.
exactly, man.
On my
exactly.
pasty stomach
It's so tubby
for free.
and so free.
But I think you have to go all like you have to go all Kuato and you know.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh,
You know.
dude.
Go all like all drooly, like, you know, like
Yes.
whoa.
all like
Wait, when
You
the
have to-
movie shows up on my on
Yeah.
my stomach, my
Right.
head just droops and I start drooling.
no, you're all. It's like it's like you go into like the drool phase of like
Yeah.
a Quaalude trip, dude.
Yeah,
And,
so
like,
you
your
like you're-
eyes roll back.
You're thinking
in your
like
head,
you
and
want
just,
to
like,
you want to place Mandy on your stomach, and then you just like you like drift off, and then the
Yeah.
movie starts playing.
And
Exactly.
my right arm tenses up and goes kind of praying mantis, and the movie starts playing. Yeah, totally.
Oh man,
I'm so into this.
Exactamundo.
the human drive-in.
Tubby for free.
Tubby for free.
Oh man,
Well, that happened.
So anyway, that was one of my favorite parts of this movie was that when I looked it up like last week and I was just like, okay, whatever. I got to rent it, right? And then when I looked it up last night, I was like, it was like rent, buy, rent, buy. And then it was like Tubby for free. I was like, oh yeah,
Ooh,
baby.
Come on, come to Papa.
Time to watch a movie on Chad's stomach.
Mm-hmm. And so you did.
And I did.
And that was your favorite part, huh?
Yeah, it was my favorite part. One of my favorite parts. You know what's kind of weird is this movie was produced by Elijah Wood. What about that?
Dude, he's into all kinds of cool shit like that.
Well, good for him. I mean, he's Frodo, dude, so he should be. He's got all that Frodo money, too.
Yeah.
he's got that Frodo money.
He got that Froyo. He got that Frodo money.
Sackville
Kick
Bagginses
it.
are after it.
Dude, the Sackville Bagginses are always going to be after
Oh,
him.
Mr. Frodo, I've got a nice movie I'd like to make.
I like how you just said. I like how you just misspoke and said Froyo because I think Frodo should have a frozen yogurt shop called Frodo's Froyo.
Frodo.
Yeah,
Fro, I like that almost better. Frodo.
yeah. Little round door.
I like it because it's no. It should be awkward like that, right? Just so people can feel awkward when they say
Welcome to
it.
Frodo.
Welcome to Frodo. Would you like a free Frodo?
Would you like to try our new pipeweed flavored frozen yogurt?
Every Frodo comes the free Frodo.
Don't forget, double Frodos, 2 for 1 at 11sies.
That's right, and free Jimmy's.
All you can eat Jimmy's.
Oh, you can eat Jimmy's, but the Jimmy's are bacon.
So that's how he made all the money that he could, invest into movies like this.
There you go.
His frozen yogurt empire.
Frodo.
Frodo. I mean, has he even done like a single movie since Lord of the Rings?
I don't know.
Yes.
I think so. I think he's done a bunch of stuff.
That was like the dumbest thing I've ever said.
I mean, like, Is he like still doing things?
Yes, he has.
Wow. His film debut was in Back to the Future Part 2. Yep, I'm ejecting. Fuck you.
I love that we're talking about a guy that's not in the movie.
He produced the movie, though.
Hey, guys, you know what my favorite thing about this movie is? Tell me for 3. You know what my second favorite thing about the movie is? Elijah Wood. Love it.
Okay.
That's right.
Dude, you know what fucking blew my mind was, I was like, Panos Cosmatos.
Frodo?
Like, where the fuck do I know that from?
And?
His father directed Cobra.
Oh, my God, dude. You have got to be kidding me.
And this movie is about the loss of his parents. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That fucking blew my top off.
Dude, my top just got blown off.
And then all the movies came out for free.
Wait, what? What came for free?
It blew my top off, and then all of the movies came out for free.
The movies are always free on your tummy, dude.
Yeah, I was kind of stoked to be able to look into the movie a bit, because figuring out that his dad was Cosmatos was what is it? What's his dad? Oh, jeez, I'm having a strong...
George
Cosmatos.
P. Cosmatos. Oh, he did Rambo and Cobra. Yeah, Rambo is universally known as the second one, bro. Get with it.
Get with the program.
Dude, George should have named his son Thanos, don't you think?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Instead of Panos, definitely.
Maybe he did. He had like a really strong accent.
Oh, that's right. Cosmatos did Tombstone as well.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll drop a nugget now. This movie was partially funded from the royalties from Tombstone that he inherited from his dad.
Get the flock out of here, dude.
Yeah, bro.
How's that for a diet swear, Benny?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers, that was good.
Nope.
Well, you know what was really is blowing my mind about that whole thing between the Cosmatos family is that when Nic Cage, just to kind of like bob out for a second, like one of the best scenes was like when he gets pissed, dude, and I see him start smelting metal. I was like, what? Okay, so there's a lot of great things in what I'm about to say. So I'm watching this as I'm driving home, number one. So safety third. Okay, secondly, I'm like in the car.
And you start running over school children.
He starts smelting metal, and I say out loud in the car, fuck yeah! He's got shades on. He's smelting metal. I was like, this movie just keeps getting better and better. It's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Yeah.
And then as he's forging the, insane axe-like weapon, I literally thought this axe is like either the parent of the knife from Cobra or it's the child of the knife from Cobra, dude.
And there you go.
Because there were so many elements of it that just reminded me immediately of the knife from Cobra. So that's actually creeping me out just a little bit right now.
I think the axe's name actually is Son of Knife of Cobra.
But you gotta say it with an Icelandic accent or something. That's what it's listed in Knives Monthly, yeah. Fair enough.
Oh my God, man. I was like, dude, the guy, when I saw that axe, I was like, the guys in Knives Monthly must be freaking out right now.
I love it. Son of Knife of Cobra.
That was most excellent. Thank you. Wow.
I just can't get over the fact that you are continually watching movies when you're driving. Probably shouldn't do that, dude.
Dude, it only happened 2 times, man. Come on.
Love it.
And the first time was like when we were on episode like -3.
Okay. It's like, yeah, I was watching Mandy, and then I got home. There was a kid stuck to the front of my car. I'm like, huh. Wonder how that
I just
happened,
peeled
bud.
a little shit off.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my
Walk
God.
it off, Timmy.
I just peeled a little shit off and threw them in the trash.
When I was your age, we'd walk that shit off.
Son of Knife of Cobra.
It's pretty epic, forging a weapon of revenge.
Agreed. So this movie's in great company, man, because it's his dad did some excellent movies.
No doubt.
All right, what else should we talk? Where do you guys want to go next?
The Cult.
Yeah, what about it?
I don't know. Like you said earlier, I think it was a good representation of
Culty shit.
what you imagine a crazy-ass cult is, and all of the cult members did a good job of selling it.
Yeah,
And it was twisted as fuck.
Yeah, it really, really was. And again, I like the working in the two elements for me anyway. It was working in the LSD, the taking of LSD, and how we sort of universally agreed that it was a great visual representation of that. And it was also, as I said, the inclusion of like, you know, these sort of occult artifacts, you know what I mean, or mystical items. The horn of Abraxas.
Yeah, that calls forth a bunch of demons on quads or whatever.
Well, yeah, but I dig, you know, like, because they kind of, it has that kind of mystical bent on it, or at least that idea of utilizing psychedelics and acid to, you know, kind of unlock other realms for you. You know, it ties in with the biker gang, you know, how the acid chemist, you know, he basically spiked the dose, you know, and Bill Duke was saying that like they were never right again, you know, and it just totally turned them into just crazy people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Turned him into Cenobites, apparently.
Dude, thank you. Yes. So I really like that, and I like how all those elements work together. You know, it's like slightly demonic, but kind of not really. You know, it was somewhat grounded in reality, and yet not. You know, at the same time, like I don't know. And again, just all of the execution of all of these elements. And I got to say, especially the acting, because I think that's really kind of the hardest part to pull off, I would imagine. It really, really is so good. I'm so surprised by this movie. Like, I was not expecting this at all. I was expecting like a, you know, Nic Cage turns the crazy up to 20 and just fucking goes mental. Like we've seen him do many, many times. And I really mean that in the best possible way.
No, he kind of does, but it's like,
oh no,
it's tempered by the you know, the craziness of the film. So
I do not feel like he does like a Face-Off style.
He does in the bathroom,
you know. Yeah, kind of, man. But like Ben said, it's very tempered.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he really he contains it within himself and lets it kind of radiate outward.
I didn't say it was tempered. I said it was tempered by the surrounding shit going on in the movie.
Yeah,
like
it fit.
You know, you can turn it up to 20 in a movie that's turned up to, you know, 21.
Fair enough.
And it comes off more subtle.
All right, fair enough. Then I'm saying it was tempered. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I think
it wasn't Face-Off. You know, silly.
No.
Silly.
It was
Looney
nothing silly at all about it.
Nic Cage.
He was playing it very straight, and it came across extremely like believable. You know what I mean? Which was great. Yeah. You know, this guy's like fine wine, dude. He just keeps getting better and better. And the freaking Unbearable Weight was just so damn good, man.
No doubt.
You know, and this was excellent too. This is really, really excellent. Like I honestly haven't really followed a lot of what he's done in the last 10 years, you know, like the movie space has gotten so bizarre. Like there's so many offerings all the time everywhere now. And it's like, it's really kind of hard to like before, like you knew when, you know, like 10 years ago when you saw a movie called a Steven Seagal movie called Sniper Elite 3, you knew that was a crappy direct-to-video movie, right? Okay.
Yep.
But then, like, a few years ago, like, when you started seeing other, like, very capable actors, you know, famous actors doing stuff like that, you know, it's like you scroll around some stuff on Netflix and you're kind of like, what is this, man? Is this like Endgame Cage, like Endgame Travolta, dude? Or is this something else? And it's like, you know, clearly that's not the case, man, you know?
No, man, he killed it.
That Nick is just like getting better and better and better and better and better. So I don't know. I dig it, man.
I feel like part
really
of it is
thought this
that
was excellent.
he's so beloved. Like, I feel like Nic Cage, Brendan Fraser, and Keanu, like, there's some people that are just, like, so beloved that they just, like,
those three
do their shit.
You nailed it,
do
dude.
whatever.
Those three in particular, though, Chad.
Yeah. Like, no matter what they give it, they seems like they are not relying on the audience to tell them what to do, but at the same time, I would imagine it would give you confidence just to try whatever, you know, rather than being, like, super conservative with what you try.
Well, I think they're not relying on the audience for what they do, but their fans are the ones that, like, keep them
they're super encouraging.
Elevated. Yeah.
I feel like Nic Cage is, like, the perfect fit in this movie, and he was approached to be the cult leader, which I think he probably would have gone over the top with, so I'm kind of glad.
Oh, dude.
They went to him being like, hey, can you be the cult leader? And Nic Cage was like, nah, I want to be Red. And they were just like, no. And then they went back to him like a while later, and they're like, we're stupid, yes.
Wow.
It definitely made a big difference, I think. Because Linus Roach is great, and Nic Cage as the straight, you know, revenge tip was pretty good.
Definitely. Do you want to move on to Linus Roach?
Sure.
I said it in, I'm sure when we did Chronicles of Riddick, I'm just such a huge fan of this guy. I don't know. He's got a way about him. I just love watching him. And he can inhabit almost any space. And I feel like he's just so underutilized. It's ridiculous.
No doubt, man. I didn't even recognize him, to be honest, until looking it up afterwards. And it was kind of like, holy shit, it's the dude from Riddick. So that was, pretty awesome. He hit a home run with this for sure.
Awesome. Really good. It was a really good showcase of his talent.
Yeah, he's excellent. He's the creepy cult leader that's probably only menacing if you're on a shit ton of acid, but
or like really fucking weak.
Yeah. Yeah, kudos, and big balls to, whip out your schwanz in a movie.
No,
yeah, wow. I was impressed by that. Yeah.
And then get laughed
impressed.
at,
By the chick, I know. She was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Good times.
Man, that scene where the two of them were like, where he was giving his opus and talking about trying to indoctrinate her, and it was morphing between his and her face, was just the fucking greatest shot.
Oh my God. So that is amazing. Yeah.
One of the best shots.
One of the best things at selling the trippiness,
Wait, which bit?
So there's like a close-up of him talking to her, and then it slowly shifts into her face, and he keeps talking, and then slowly shifts back into his face.
Yeah.
You might have been taking an exit on the freeway at that stage.
Yeah, you might have been paying attention to driving instead of the movie.
I might have been. No, I purposely took back roads so I could watch that. And then
Wait, back roads?
Well, yeah, because there'd be no traffic.
You just run over the poor kids.
Exactly, Chad.
I don't mean to be a prick, but if you don't remember that scene, you might want to watch the movie again.
No, just say you're talking about.
So it's after they've they've made Mandy take the acid and stung her with the tarantula hawk.
Yes.
And slapped her, and then brought her into the room, and he puts on the music, and like he's giving her his spiel, and there's a close up on Linus Roach's face in that crazy red purple lighting, and the face keeps morphing from his face into Mandy's face, and then back into his face. Yeah,
yeah, I remember that.
It's super trippy. Yeah,
super trippy.
Yeah, that was trippy. A lot of trippy parts of this movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to know what it's like doing acid, watch this movie. It's one of the more accurate things. Obviously, it goes a bit dark with a bad trip, but it's very fucking accurate to the feeling of doing acid.
I agree. Definitely hit home with me. Let's talk about this Andrea Riceborough.
Andrea Riceborough.
Or what is her name? Andrea Riceborough.
Yes, it's Andrea Riceborough.
So I didn't she's been in a lot of movies. I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize she was Tom Cruise's partner in Oblivion.
Yeah.
Which I like that movie. I've seen it a number of times.
I didn't recognize her. I had to look her up, and I was
same.
I was like, oh, okay, it's her. Fuck. Like, she just looks so
Different.
unique in this movie. Yeah.
Definitely thin and gaunt.
She'll Never Let Me Go as well. That's a great movie.
Also, I find it very interesting that she did a 6-part miniseries about the Waco thing with David Koresh the same year she did this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it was called...
Waco?
just called Waco, yeah. Excuse me.
She's
Yeah,
talented,
good
man.
stuff.
She did a great job.
She really did, man.
Yeah, she
Really
was
did.
excellent.
Yeah. So, yeah, kudos to her, man. That was really good. I'm looking at her thing, and I'm just like, wow, I didn't realize she did all these things. Or I'm kind of remembering these movies, and now I'm being like, oh, that was her. Wow.
I feel like when you know who an actor is and then you totally don't recognize them in a movie where they're
That's
like
a good thing.
when they're prevalent, that's a really good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. 'Cause they did something that was, it was a pretty magical performance, really.
Yeah, seriously, man. You know, this movie, well, whatever, I won't digress yet. I will save that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really huge compliment, man. I think that that's really like the best thing you can say about an actor.
Yeah, you've done your job.
Yeah, for real.
You've melded into the role.
Yeah, no, that's good.
As opposed to the actors that are just brought in to be like the new Blah movie, the person who plays the same thing in every role. The mother, the crazy cult leader lady, was I think she was the like head priestess in the grassy hut scene in the Northman. She was the one that
Wait, what?
was talking about the people all getting nailed up to the house in the shape of the horse or whatever.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That is so bizarre, man. Because I was literally just sitting here thinking, like, I looked at the budget in the box office, and I was like, wow, I can't believe this movie and Northman both kind of bombed. Because this is just like an excellent, excellent movie, man. Like, anybody that's like into Stranger Things, like in the sense of like, super 80s nostalgia, should watch this movie. Like,
Jesus, that box is terrible.
what?
$6 million budget and a $1.6 million gross worldwide. That's fucking
I know.
so
Isn't that,
disappointing.
oh my God, it's despicable, dude. Like, this is like an excellent movie, man.
This is one of the better
And
movies
so
of
is-
that year, for sure. It would be in the top 10 easy for that year.
Easy.
Not even knowing what was coming out that year.
I think it's probably made up for it in, VOD sales and what have.
Yeah.
But, because I think it didn't get recognized until after, like took too long
Right.
for word to get around or whatever. But I remember word getting around about this movie. I remember,
Right.
watching like a video of like, what should I watch? Or what's
Right.
new that's good, that kind of thing. And this came up in like all of them. So I
Yeah.
think it just, it took a minute,
It's a shame. It's a shame
Which
that
is a
that's
shame.
the way that it's going.
Yeah, it really is, man, because this is just so good. Like, this movie almost out Stranger Things. Like, it's in its 80s-ness, you know what I mean? Like, it gives it a run for its money, or it's like kind of right there with it, or I could even say it's sort of like adjacent to it, you know what I mean? Like, I would easily put this movie next to Stranger Things. Is like, if you want to see something great 80s, that's like 80s nostalgic or 80s sort of, kind of retro, like watch these two things,
Yeah.
like they're just oozing with both in the best possible way.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the most tastefully done with like out a lot of like bullshit and like let's just fan service all over the place till everybody wants to vomit and start freaking cutting their eyeballs out,
Yeah.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't.
Stranger Things is more mainstream-ish.
Did
But
you just say no, I don't, Ben?
No, I don't.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Frickin'
what did you guys think of the animated bits?
Awesome.
I loved the animated bits, man. And I loved how like the movie kept like stopping to put like a title screen up for each chapter. It was very similar to Guns Suicide Squad in that respect. I made the same comment in that when we did that movie.
Sure.
I really like that.
Yeah, the titles are great. The animation, super like heavy metal kind of.
Totally,
man.
Ben.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes.
I saw a little interview with...
I like that he dreams in animation.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well said.
I saw a little interview with Thanos Cosmatos, where he was saying that, like, a lot of the inspiration was, like, the heavy metal magazine stuff, but he was just, like, 83 for him. I think he was quite young at the time, and 83 for him was, like, nostalgia, looking back. It's like a era. It's like a moment in time that, like, his dad was working in or something, and he was a young kid. And all the magazines he wasn't allowed to buy. Like, he wasn't allowed to, like, look at the heavy metal magazine, or he wasn't allowed to look at the Fangoria. So he wanted to, like, make a homage to kind of what he imagined was in all of that shit, which I thought was kind of an interesting vibe on the movie. Because it does seem like it's a little bit of a, I don't know, what you imagine that shit to be.
Yeah.
Not too far off.
Totally, man. Totally.
It's like, I don't have a gripe with it, but, like, the movie kind of is literally more of, like, a trip than it is like a cohesive story. Like, it's just kind of like dude and his girlfriend get kidnapped and she dies and he does revenge, and then sprinkle in some weird supernaturally shit, you know, not supernatural, but, like, you know, the acid trip Mad Max
Seemingly
biker
supernatural
gangs and shit. Like, there's not much substance to the story, which I'm totally fine with, because the way the story's told makes up for it, but it's interesting. It's interesting that there's just, like, not a lot there, but that fits with the tropes of the time. It fits with the tropes of, you know, slasher flicks and all that kind of stuff. But it's just interesting that you can enjoy a movie that doesn't have a lot of substance, which I like, and yet has a lot of substance.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like that. Because you're right. It's like the story itself is pretty simple.
It's not a lot. Yeah, there's not a lot going. Not a lot to it.
No, it's pretty straightforward, you know. It's just the execution that's great.
Was that a Bronco? That Bronco was sick. I know I'm bitsing and bobsing. Apologies.
Should we be bitsing and bobsing already?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. What else do you guys want to talk about?
I kind of I don't know. I dug the kind of the boss battle-y nature of this, you know? Like, he has to outsmart the crazy gimp in the random-ass room, and then he's, like, chainsaw fighting.
I had a thought that this would make a great fucking video game.
It would.
Like, it would rule. Yeah, it would be great.
Like, how would you structure that, though?
Just fucking play it right out.
What do you mean? Just, like, play it as it is? Like, as the story is?
Right as it is, yeah.
It kind of does fit that structure, yeah.
Dude, it's like you take, like, Silent Hill, the game, and then combine it with, you know, I don't know, whatever, Dead Island or something like that, and it's like, bam, done.
Sprinkle in a bit of Yoshi's Island, and we're good to go.
Know, I like the beginning part would be, like, a bunch of weird, trippy shit, plus, like, you could do some sort of kind of puzzle-solving, discovery, searching section, and then it's just like, bam, dude, snort some blow, take some acid, go on a rampage after you forge the freaking axe of destiny. Wait, what's it called again? What is it going to Ben?
Son of Knife of Cobra.
Knife of Cobra.
Son of Knife of
Wait,
Cobra.
what was the knife in this movie? The one that they stab him with?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't there a special name for that?
Shit, that had a name, yes.
It did, yeah.
I mean, he jammed it right up in his rib cage and somehow managed to miss every major organ. Like,
He got him pretty good.
Yeah, Jesus, that was crazy, man.
like he never stitched himself up or like cauterized himself or put bandages on it or anything. He just like fucking went straight off to.
Right.
I ate green berets for breakfast.
Yes.
Got his crossbow, forged an axe, and then started kicking ass.
Well, wait, did he forge the crossbow into the axe? Is that what he did?
No, that's
no,
not what
I didn't
said.
think so. Oh, I misheard you. Sorry. God, dude, I don't want to fight you, Jarhigo.
I want to fight you.
I just clarified and said that's not what I said.
Okay,
But
bro.
okay.
I got it. I don't want to fight you.
I love how you've turned that into a thing. Like the smallest thing. It's like, I wasn't going to fight you. I don't want to fight you.
Well,
that's
I
good.
mean, I do want to fight you. So
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So I guess I was lying. I do want to fight you.
come at me, bruh.
I'm trying to find out what that crazy... come on me, bruh. trying to find out what the damn. Wait, when was the knife? That was earlier on in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you like
It's
watching the movie?
right after they burn Mandy, they stab him with or right before they do, they stab him with the knife.
Right.
I don't remember which.
The crossbow has a name, the Reaper.
That was the Reaper, yeah. Which is interesting because she says, "I see the Reaper coming," which I wonder if it's her saying, like,
"Ooh,
he's gonna fuck you up, bro."
Right. I guess is this bits and bobs? We kind of like started talking about what we wanted to talk about, and then it's just kind of.
I think it's turning into bits and bobs. Bits and bobs just want to come out, man. They just want to come out.
They do. This is like vomit spray, bits and bobs. It's nuggety bobs, bits and bobs, nuts and gum.
That was a very rip torn knife, a little eyeball on the end with a kind of tree branchy shit connecting to the blade.
Wait, what?
I caught a very very rip torn vibe from it.
Rip torn like Maax or
Yeah, like Maax, like something from that movie.
It's funny because look, as soon as you said Rip Torn, I thought Maax.
But the bits and bobs, dude. I really liked the acid chemist scene where he I don't know why it was so delighted by Nic Cage walking into this crazy ass kind of like Batcave scene, and the dude's like licking acid off his fingers, and then has an entirely one-sided conversation. He's just like,
Well,
"You're right, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay." Bye, Lizzie. Like
He's
Nic
like
Cage says
dipping
nothing the
sheets
whole
of
time.
paper into the acid, just with no gloves on.
Oh,
I
dude,
know.
yeah, dude, he was so fucked.
right?
Mhm.
And then but I never got the sense that he wasn't going to kill him. He was going there to get information because that guy was, essentially an ally. Like he was the one that dosed out the crazy bike guys.
Sure,
Yeah, it was like going to see the wizard. It was,
exactly.
or going to, see the shaman or something to get the information he needed.
It was so perfect.
Very interesting.
But
Very interesting
it was
scene.
a genius. I thought it was a genius scene because so often, if in the multiverse, all of the other versions of this movie is just the two of them babbling at each other for a while, doing exposition. But in this case, it was just the one dude having a one-sided conversation while Nic Cage just stared at him. It's so great, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
The giant tiger. Bye, Lizzie.
The tiger, yeah. Crazy.
The tiger kind of freaked me out because for a second I was like, dude, is he going to fight this tiger? I was like, I don't know if I can handle that.
I don't know if I can handle that and drive at the same time. You're gonna have to pull over.
Safety fourth, man.
Can't pull over any
Definitely.
further.
Yeah, for sure. I'm already in the woods. I can't pull over any further.
If we're bits and bobs, I'm going with Cheddar Goblin.
Dude, Cheddar Goblin.
Oh man,
was
Cheddar
so great.
Goblin. Come on, that was so awesome.
This is fucking hilarious, dude. It's such a ridiculous thing to put in the middle of the movie, but I don't know. It gives you just a moment to breathe. Cuts the tension a little bit. Fucking little goblin
Yeah,
vomiting.
is still somehow really creepy.
Exactly. Vomiting macaroni all over a bunch of kids. Fuck, that was great.
Right?
There's a full version of it from I think they showed it at a Comic-Con or something.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody recorded it with their phone, but that's the whole thing. They're complaining because the Cheddar Goblin is stole their macaroni or whatever, and then the Cheddar Goblin comes and barfs it all over them, and they're like, "Yay!"
So perfect.
That was great.
Disgusting.
Man.
Just like a sprinkling of Adult Swim or something.
Yeah, disgusting and funny.
Yeah, that Bronco, dude. The Bronco was sick. Shitty old van. All the shitty old van sounds. I really appreciated that.
What did you say? The shitty old what?
Van. The cult guys had that shitty van.
Oh man, dude! If they didn't have that van, that would have been a key missing ingredient in this movie.
I don't know, maybe just because I'm familiar. I mean, you guys are the same, but because the Royal we are familiar with those cars of that era, all of the sounds, it was the shifter sound, and then the doors open sound, a really shitty doors open sound, and then the sound of the motor of the window going up and down, it all just sounded so crappy, and it was just so perfect.
It did. And it's so great. The sound design was excellent in this movie.
It was fucking great. The dude spit shining his fucking, was it a caddy or something, or a Lincoln? He gets a fucking gigantic glaive axe upside his head.
Yes.
Excellent.
Very Mad Max with all of the biker dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, biker.
Oh, biker.
I know we said this before recently, but like the bikers definitely I like what you said earlier. This was they were like half bikers, half Cenobites.
They totally were, man.
They were, but they were also there was just a dash of bikers from Weird Science in there too, man. I mean, come on.
Sure.
You know?
Why not?
If you will.
I will. I did.
If you
I
will.
Oh, I will. Anyway.
Don't mind if I do.
What else?
The costuming and makeup on Mandy in particular, with her facial scar, was pretty amazing.
Really, really good.
The Starling scene we talked about, that was pretty heavy duty.
That was really heavy duty.
Fucking chainsaw fight, man.
Fucking chainsaw fight, man.
Said it before. Say it again.
Excellent.
I love the reveal of the 40-foot long Schwartz chainsaw. It was just like,
oh man,
yes.
hidden by the car,
Yes.
it slowly drags it out. 6 foot long chainsaw, so good.
Yeah, that was great. I really enjoyed the hand nailed to the floor, rips the pipe out of the wall, bashes that dude, knocks him down that hole. Really, really good. I mean, I don't want to take away from the chainsaw fight because that was just probably the best damn thing I've seen.
Definitely got to gripe at Cav about the dude being able to pull out that 16 penny nail out with his hand, which that's not happening. But that's
why?
Right. It's just not fucking happening, dude. Your hand is nailed to it wasn't even a 16 penny nail. It was like a fucking 20 penny nail.
Dude, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Ben knows what I'm fucking talking about. Ben is slowly nodding his agreement with me.
Yeah, I know he is. I can see him nodding from here.
I'm just shaking my head at Kev going like, what are you talking about, dude?
Idiot. How do you not know that?
Dude, I mean, this is me griping Kevin out here, but I challenge anyone to go out and take a nail out of your shed, hammer it into a sawhorse or the handrail of your deck because you don't give a fuck about it. Hammer it in an inch and then try and pull it out with your fucking hand. It ain't happening, dude. Without wiggling it back and forth like a bastard.
Try and pull it out with your hand. Yeah, that is not happening.
I'm not nailing anything to my hand, dude. Sorry.
No.
You don't have to nail it to your hand. Just nail it into the wood and then try to pull it out.
Pull it out.
All right.
I'll send you a box of Arnie cereal if you can successfully do it. Ain't happening.
Dude, first we have to make the Arnie cereal, bro.
I will make you a box of Arnie cereal.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. You know what they should be called?
What? Commandos?
Thank you. Yes. Command dash apostrophe yes, dude. Come on.
It's pretty good.
That's fucking great. What are you talking about?
Now with baby deer.
Right. And right on the box it says, "What's in this?"
Commandos.
Right? Like he says to her with the sandwich.
What does he say to her again, man? I can't remember the quote.
At the table, he takes a bite of the sandwich. He's like, "What's in this?"
And what does she say?
You don't want to know.
We had a whole thing on that, I remember.
Yes, we did. Wow, Benny, nothing crickets on that whole thing?
I feel like we've done Commandos before.
What?
I don't know, man. Maybe not.
We may have I commented on it and you just weren't listening to me. Again.
Oh my God. Here comes the guilt trip, dude. It was Chad. I'm going to blame it on him. He's the one that's always talking.
It's the Skype delay.
I mean, you guys were saying it all, so I bet, it was just pretty much like Commandos.
Dude.
Anyways.
Yeah. Did we do it before? It sounds really familiar.
No.
Maybe it just sounds so good that I think we've done it before.
I don't want to believe that I'm that blown out that I don't remember that. I would have remembered that.
I don't know about that.
Actually,
bro.
I would not have remembered
You would not have remembered.
Fair enough.
You're gonna sign this. You're gonna sign this show. I'll be like, "Thanks for joining us, folks, for episode 2. Within this episode, everybody died." You fucking forgotten everything else.
Holy shit! All right. Commandos. God, that is so damn good.
It's pretty good, man.
And they get little green beret marshmallows, and then they turn to green milk. It's like a little cup and it holds the milk, and you can pick up the little green beret, mop it, and you can drink the milk. And then when you're done with the bowl, it starts exploding, and there's explosions everywhere.
And then you light your cigar with it.
Then you light your cigar with the milk, with the green milk. It lights your cigar, and then you smoke your cigar.
Yep. That's pretty much how it'll go.
That's pretty much what I was thinking. All right. Are we ready to freaking wrap this up or what?
Seems like it.
Yesterday.
All righty. Nuggets. I got none. I dropped what few I had. Already.
Yeah, the Cosmatos one is pretty fucking epic.
Dude.
The only other one is Nic Cage, evidently his 14-year marriage to his wife at the time came to an end, and he channeled all of that into this, which totally makes sense as to why he was just so raw here.
Really?
So that was an interesting one.
Why, who was he married to?
Alice Kim Cage, a very attractive young Asian woman.
Alice Kim Cage?
I think her name was Alice Kim, and then she took his stage name.
Got it.
Hyphenated.
It's kind of interesting to take your husband's
stage
name and not
his
his actual name.
His middle name is Kim.
Oh, there you go.
Nicholas Kim Coppola. That's his name.
Maybe her last name was Kim. I don't fucking know. All I know is it was his wife.
I bet that's what it is, which is like a super crazy coincidence, dude. No, that is it. Alice Kim.
He definitely has a great, back into Bob's here, but he has a great meltdown in that.
Dude.
After he watches the...
I mean, I melted down after watching Cheddar Goblin too, so.
Cheddar Goblin and taking a nap for a little while and having a weird animated nightmare about Mandy, and he gets up and goes into the bathroom and finds this like booze stash and chugs it down and starts crying in his underwear. Like, it was pretty intense. It was pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very intense.
He was all fired up.
Very much so.
And it was like kind of the only scene in the movie that was like turbo, like lit up, like super bright, well lit.
Yeah.
Very honest. Anywho.
I don't know if you dropped this guy. I remember we did like the Mando episode, and Kev, you were like, I read so much about this soundtrack. It's my favorite soundtrack, and the composer to this is just my favorite composer, Johansson. And you kept going on and on and on about it, and it was like, yeah, that's not the composer, bro. You were like, oh, really? And I think that Johansson is the guy that you said, and he was the composer for this. And
definitely.
He died, I guess. He OD'd on
a combination of cocaine and flu medicine.
Exactly, flu meds and coke. So R.I.P.
So
dude.
weird,
like
dude.
He's done some great shit. He did a bunch of stuff for what's his name?
I know. I already ejected and read his entire bio.
Okay, cool. That's where you've been. Sicario and Prisoners and stuff. Denis Villeneuve stuff.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I've been reading for the last 15 minutes.
No. Like Sicario and Arrival in particular jumped out at me, and then I would really love to hear what the unused stuff that he did for Blade Runner 2049 was. Although
is he the dude that got bumped?
Correct.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So no, bro.
Yeah.
That's all the nuggets that I've got.
That's cool.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Very
there
much.
you go, Forrest.
Lieutenant Dandalorian.
The Dandalorian. Holy shit, that was funny. Okay, so...
Next segment.
Yes, next segment would be...
Ratings. Nope. Deaths.
Oh.
Deaths. We have exactly one death. We have one.
What are you talking about? You ejected?
I ejected on Cosmatos.
There were other deaths.
There were definitely other ejections.
I think you should get a death for your piss poor record keeping of the deaths.
Well, I have gotten one of those before, so I can do another one of those. Although I don't feel it was that piss poor.
Piss poor, my friend. Piss poor, old boy. Oh, shout out to Nic Cage's fucking sick tiger shirt.
Totally.
There you go. 2 deaths. All right, ratings.
I'll go first because I'm going to be a grumpy algorithm cunt about it. I think this movie is a good movie. I would highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's very horror-esque and in that kind of space, which isn't my bag normally, but that doesn't cause it to get bumped down. Because there isn't really like much of a story, I feel like it's hard for it to climb the ranks. And I couldn't bring myself to put it above First Blood. I don't know why, but I really dug First Blood when we did that back in the day. And it's sandwiched between First Blood and the recent Suicide Squad, which I think it's good company at a 5.1.
5.1? Wow. I thought you'd have rated this higher.
Me too, but like I was like 5.1, 5.2, and then when I looked at it, there's like, Galaxy Quest and stuff. But
I'm tired of your algorithm.
I am too, man. I don't know. This just doesn't make
Tired
sense.
of this stupid algorithm.
You stupid. We're tired of it.
you can hate it. That's fine. It's great.
I don't
You should
hate
check
it.
it out.
It's eternal churning out of 5 point somethings.
Yeah.
I know, dude. It's like every week, it's like 5 point something.
Yep.
It's a Stallone's 5, and it's like the movie was fucking awesome, man. What up?
Well, fuck you very much. That's my rating.
Hey, algorithm, why don't you blow me?
Okay.
All right, Benny, why don't you?
I'll suck your dick, man. Don't kill me, man. That dude gets so weak-kneed at the end. It's so funny.
Very funny. Very funny.
So weak-kneed.
What do you got, Benny?
I got a 9, man.
Nice.
Seriously, you. Seriously.
It's right up my alley. It's just gorgeous and creepy and some good action revenge shit going on. Some
really
weird, ethereal, druggy stuff going on. It's amazing. I love this flick. 9.
right.
9.9.
I'm gonna give it.
Yeah?
Right up there with Benny. Yeah, dude. This thing is great.
Where did that extra 0.03 come from?
Well, it wasn't a 0.03. It was a 0.23.
No. I'm specifically curious about the last decimal point.
Just the extra effort they put into the movie. Really, look, all these things were great.
By that metric, I would have given it a 9.29.
All right. Well,
No, I think it's the 0.03 is Elijah Wood. That's what it is.
It is.
Unlike,
It's
It's that
Frodo.
little flavor of Mr. Frodo.
Frodo's Froyo.
well,
Mr. Frodo.
Yeah, Frodo. It was the extra. It was the buy one.
The business has to be called Mr. Frodo.
You know what it was? It was the buy one get one at Frodo's with the free jimmies. That's what got it to
It was the
0.3.
30% off your second cone at second breakfast.
Mr. Frodo's. Buy one, get one.
Oh, that would be a really great name for a restaurant for him. Second breakfast. A diner that only opens at 11 o'clock.
And you have to prove you've already eaten breakfast.
Like pictures or video.
Yeah, you show them a picture on your phone of what you ate for breakfast.
Bro, I went to second breakfast and got the potatoes.
That's it.
Right? No, it would be potato. These are the only items in this particular dish. Potatoes, and
Boiled,
mashed, or
and
stuck in a stew.
put in a stew and then taken back out of the stew.
No, and nice crispy bacon, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny.
But I reckon it'd be a strict door policy where if you showed up with a picture of like a Nutri-Grain bar, they'd be like, "Fuck off, man! That's not a breakfast."
Yeah, right, totally. I was actually picturing like a line down the block because it takes so long for everybody to show their video to the person at the door.
Yeah, exactly.
No, see, I was eating oatmeal here.
It's pretty good.
Oof, man, that was good. It should be that the only thing they serve is potatoes and crispy bacon, dude.
Yeah, it's like Ben said. There's boiled, mashed, and stuck in stew.
Oh, I got you.
So
Okay.
3 options.
Wow, that was funny. Anyway, to finish my goddamn rating.
Sam opens up another one across the street called Elevensies. Is that the?
Because he gets upset. Yeah, he gets upset.
Yeah.
I told you I'd never leave you, Mr. Frodo.
That idea is better than the whole trilogy.
Anyway, excellent soundtrack, excellent acting, excellent story.
I give this movie 9.23 potatoes.
Excellent.
9.23.
Excellent execution. Great lineup of actors. The visuals are just off the frame. I just love the whole thing. And Bill Duke, man, that was the icing on the cake. So
yeah, man.
that's the quantification of my score. Anyway. I can't stop thinking about Second Breakfast, the diner.
Little hairy hobbit feet, fucking waiters and shit. Yeah, it's good stuff right there.
Freaking Gandalf's got an apron on. He's all stoned.
No, he's the cook, dude. Gandalf's got to be the
That's
cook.
what I mean. He's got an apron on. He's all baked. And very old friends. Either that or if your video's not legit, he's like... You shall not pass.
I like the idea of looking through the kind of diner opening, like the ordering window, and all you see is like,
You shall not have breakfast.
I reckon all you see is Gandalf's like chest. Like you can't even see his head because he's so fucking tall.
Exactly.
It's just like, yeah, it's like the giant dude from Naked Gun who's like, you got something in your teeth there, and he picks it and like half a banana falls out.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Stop. Oh my god.
There you go. Well, that wraps up our Lord of the Rings episode, everybody.
Told you I'd never leave you, Mr. Frodo.
So into it.
That's so great. I feel like this is just like, this is the revenge for our disappointment in those movies.
Well, I'm glad you got a good chuckle out of it.
Yeah. Chad, tell us what we're doing next week before I start laughing again.
Next week, we're doing Three Amigos. We chatted about it last week. I think it'd be fucking funny to do.
Yeah. I love that idea, man. It's, you know what's weird is that, like, as much as I've seen that movie, like whenever I'm scrolling through the various different streaming services, I never see that movie pop up anywhere.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean? Like, don't you find that a little weird?
Either, though. Like, you don't see any of those.
I see Spies Like Us. I see
you?
Spies Like Us. Yeah, definitely.
Well, Three Amigos, man, it's one of my favorites when I was a kid. So I think it'd be good.
Excellent. All right, I'm psyched.
Might be our first
Let's do it.
Steve Martin.
Second Martin short.
Yeah, we did Interspace.
And first Chevy Chase.
Was it our first Chevy Chase? Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
No, we did Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that's right.
Shoot, that's right. We did do that.
So our first Steve Martin.
Yeah, there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining us for Mandy and...
Mandy featuring Lord of the Rings.
Yep, Mandy starring Lord of the Rings.
And Mando.
Hey.
And Mando. And start getting excited for Three Amigos next week. And that's it. So long for now. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. If you want to check out the show notes for this show, you can do so in your podcast app of choice or at our website, ebd.fm/episodes/180. If you'd like to support the show, there's a number of great ways you can do so. You can rate us and review us wherever you get your podcast and Nuggle Snuggles. You can also tell a friend to check out the show. That is a very powerful way to help us. Also, you can pay us directly on Patreon. That's right. /patreon.com/EBD podcast. And of course, join us on social media. We're all over Instagram, but we do have outposts on other social media sites. And we use the handle at EBD Podcast, so jump in. Anyway, thanks for joining us for this, and we'll see you next week for that. And so long again.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy, three for Wolverine to round out the trio in this episode. Everybody dies.
Beady, beady, beady. Stop into it.